I'm a cancer survivor, and 20 years ago I went through cancer. And of all of those moments of my cancer journey, there was one in particular a person that I met that really touched me and changed my life 20 years ago. His name was Sam, and Sam and I were really different than each other. We were different culturally, we had different spiritual beliefs, but at the same time, Sam and I were very much the same. We were the same age, probably within a year or two of each other. And to be in your early 30s and in a chemotherapy ward, surrounded by a lot of people who are older, Sam and I, of course, naturally bonded. In the kind of chemotherapy that we were in a treatment where we were in the hospital for 4 or 5 days every month, every 28 days. But then you're in a routine, and so every 2 to 3 days I would see Sam at different doctor's appointments when we were getting blood tests done, or scans of our heart, or our bones, or organs and things like that. And really the thing where I really got to know Sam is when you go through chemotherapy, you go through something called the chemo sweats, where your body is just naturally trying to sweat out the chemicals and the toxins that are flowing through your body. And so at 3 o'clock in the morning you're wide awake because you're drenched in sweat. And Sam and I would stand in the hallway together, and we'd be dragging our little poles with the chemo dripping into us, and we would talk, and we got to know each other, and we understood our cultural differences and our spiritual differences, and we became friends. And so I guess about 5 or 6 months into chemotherapy, we both had a situation happen right around Christmas. We ended up in the emergency room the same day. It was Christmas Eve day, Christmas Day, I don't remember exactly, but Sam was in the bed right next to me. And we both had complications from our chemo that month, and of course it was Christmas, so they had different nurses and everything else, and so they called the oncologist and did some treatments on us, and we were both released to go home and spend Christmas with our families. But what happened, I didn't know this at the time, but what happened was what Sam was supposed to be administered, they misread, so, and I don't remember the exact numbers, but he was supposed to get 0.1 cc's of something, and they gave him 1.0 or something like that. Anyways, it sent Sam into a spiral. His body reacted to the chemicals that he was given. And so in January, towards the end of January, I started not seeing Sam on the routine, and I knew something was wrong. And but because he wasn't there, like I'd seen him for the last several months that we had gone through this routine of chemotherapy together. And so when I went in for my treatment in February, today I'll never forget, Valentine's Day, February 14th, 1992. The oncologist came into the room, and this big burly guy, and he had his glasses on, and he sat down, and I said, "Dr. B, I haven't seen Sam. Where's Sam? How's Sam doing?" And I'll never forget him taking off his glasses and rubbing his eyes and looking at me and saying, "Sam passed away." And it showed me how fine the line is in life. How different, if I had been in that bed instead of Sam, if we had been in different places, if we had had different nurses, there's so many fine little things in that it could have been me. And I'll always remember Sam, because Sam always showed me how fragile life is and how fine that line of life is. And I'll always carry Sam's spirit with me, and just remember that I was given a gift of surviving chemotherapy 20 years ago, and living and being able to experience a big part of my life that Sam wasn't able to experience in his. And it really showed me that you take every single day that you're given, and you appreciate the fact that you were given that day, because it can end instantly, it can end unexpectedly, and it just gives you a perspective to appreciate everything that you have in your life. That's my story, Sam.